Mike with 3G Construction at Caprice. We were called out to look at some water coming in through some miscellaneous windows and also over the garage. I think this has been an ongoing problem with water going into the ceiling of the garage. And so I'm up here inspecting everything, starting with over the garage. It looks like there's maybe been some issues in the past, maybe some repairs that have been done. This is a real tough one because water, only needs a pinhole to get into, but you can see this is saturated right here. These little pockets right here, the way that this design is and where the house is located, I'd imagine that because of the winds and the weather here, that this little area is going to get wind-driven rains. Snow is likely to kind of sit in this little area, and I think that's why you can see this paint is just peeling off, and it's kind of leached. The water's leached underneath the siding as it's causing it to rot. So that's one of the issues with that moisture just sitting here, or potential issues, because there's a lot of different things here. I've kind of inspected the roof, and I don't know if you can see that, but there's a nail right there. That's enough for water to get into right there. So some of these little things, I'm going to go ahead and get some clear silicone and just silicone a couple of these areas since I'm here. It just makes sense to do that. It only takes a minute or so to do. You can see someone's been here before and put some clear silicone on some of these nails. A lot of different things going on here. Looks like someone's maybe extended this flashing and tried to caulk over it, but there's nothing under this lip, so snow could get underneath there. Water can get behind this flashing, so I'm going to re-caulk that. Looks like someone's even kind of put some silicone on the miter of the bricks there. All the windows look like they could use some caulking. I can't tell if these windows are caulked on the edges because of the shutters. I'd have to take the shutters off, but I think I'm going to go ahead and put a bead right here to seal it, and hopefully that will do the trick. But my recommendation would be that, you can see the siding here, would be that the house really needs an exterior paint job. I'll walk over here to this window. So there's a few windows in the back that water is getting in on the returns on the inside. Well, you can see this right here. That's all it takes for water to get in. Doesn't take much. So we can kind of do more of a temporary type of fix, where I'm going to price out just going around and caulking all the windows. Now, as far as this in front, I'm going to caulk what I see is obvious, but water, trying to find a leak, water, like I said, only needs like a pinhole. So what we usually do is get a hose, come up here and try to pinpoint or isolate where the leak is coming in at. It takes a couple guys, one on, would take one in the garage and one on top of the roof. As you know, the weather is not all that favorable right now as far as doing something like that, but if we can get some nice days, I would recommend that we come out here and see if we can isolate it if we want to figure out exactly where this is coming from. That's what I would recommend. But this is obviously rotted. All this siding on the bottom row is rotted. You can see that paint is actually not adhering all that well. It almost looks like there's a sheen on this first color, this light tan, and that's very unusual. The paint doesn't adhere, but it's definitely not adhering, and of course it doesn't help that standing snow would be sitting here, or the wind-driven rains. But usually if there's a sheen on the paint, you want to use the same type of sheen back on the paint as well. And I'm not saying that's what the problem is, but you can see it's just not sticking. So I got a few different things going on here. You can see someone has clearly caulked this perimeter right here between the flashing and the bottom side of the siding. So I'm going to check it over real good right now. Caulk, you can see the side of the trim right here too. See those gaps? It really does need an exterior paint job. So completely caulked and sealed on the siding. Anyways, and as far as the specific leak we're talking about, you know, again, I'm gonna go through and caulk what I can right now, some clear silicone, and hopefully that will take care of it for now. And recommend in my estimate that at least as far as maybe a inexpensive way to fix it, or a quicker way to fix it, or a temporary way to fix it, is come out here with a hose and see if we can at least isolate that leak. And then a good exterior paint job, I think, would be the proper way. It's just real tough to say right now, so forgive me if I'm bouncing all over the place, but there really is a lot of different things that it could be right now, and we really need to have a couple guys come out here and see if we can't isolate where this is coming from. But I'm going to do my best right now to seal everything up that I can physically see right now without running a hose. It's going to be a hit or miss. So I'm going to do my best. Questions, concerns, ideas, I know that's a lot to take in, and feel free to call me if you have any questions. I'll help any way I can, and I'll get something in writing for you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.